Imagine stepping through the towering gates of a medieval castle at dawn. The cold, rugged stone walls loom above, their silence wrapping around you like a thick fog. The air carries a faint scent of smoke and damp earth, whispering secrets of times long past. An armored guard stands stoically in the courtyard, the heavy clang of metal echoing through the morning stillness. History paints these castles as bastions of power, ruled by mighty kings and fearless knights. Yet behind the imposing wooden doors and spiral staircases lies another world, one uniquely shaped and fiercely defended by women whose influence often went unnoticed. Tonight, we embark on a journey to unveil the hidden lives of the women who quietly forged the heart. At first glance, a medieval castle appears to be a fortress built for war alone. Thick stone walls encircle towering battlements, deep moats shimmer ominously, and heavy iron gates guard against intruders. But take a step into the Great Hall, and you will discover a different reality, one that relies on the unwavering strength of women. These noblewomen, far from merely waiting by windows with needle and thread, often commanded entire miniature kingdoms in the absence of their lords. When husbands marched off to war, their wives assumed control within the castle, overseeing supplies, managing finances, and directing the bustling activity of dozens of servants. Imagine the bustling activity of a self-contained community, cooks preparing meals over roaring fires, blacksmiths forging weapons, stable workers tending to horses, guards patrolling the grounds, and servants darting through narrow corridors. It was within this vibrant setting that the noblewoman emerged as a figure of authority, akin to a modern-day CEO, deftly orchestrating daily life with precision and insight. Each morning, well before the sun crested the horizon, the lady would meet with her stewards, poring over reports of supplies stored in stone pantries. Grain, salted meat, and ale needed to sustain the household through the long, cold winters, their careful management a testament to the lady's undeniable expertise. As the weight of responsibility settled upon her shoulders, many noblewomen developed a keen acumen for numbers, meticulously tracking every barrel of ale and sack of wheat in detailed household ledgers. Historical records reveal that these remarkable women, educated in the art of household management, herbal medicine, and diplomacy, often possessed literacy when many men around them could not. The education of noble girls was both practical and essential, preparing them for the complex roles they would inherit, learning to navigate the intricate web of court life, speaking languages like Norman French, and mastering skills that empowered them to wield influence from within their marriage in noble society was rarely born of romance. Instead, it blossomed from political necessity. A noblewoman held within her the connections of her lineage. Families might control nearby lands or hold prominent positions at court. Upon entering her husband's castle, she bore the weight of these alliances, often wielding influence over political decisions that shaped the very fabric of society. It was not uncommon for a lord to seek counsel from his wife regarding the ambitions of neighboring families, and through her keen instincts, she often became an astute diplomat, negotiating marriages, settling disputes, and striving for peace amid chaos. Sons left the castle at a tender age to train as pages or squires, yet daughters remained, nestled under the watchful eyes of their mothers. In the castle's warm hearth, they practiced embroidery and weaving, their skill transforming textiles into vessels of family legacy. Tapestries, resplendent with color, told tales of historic battles and family symbolism. One renowned tapestry, woven during the time of the Norman conquest, measures an astonishing 230 feet, encapsulating pivotal moments surrounding the year 1066. Within these grand walls, women took on roles that transcended mere household duties. They became vital threads in the rich tapestry of medieval life. Among the castle's many gardens, valuable herbs flourished, plants essential for healing and medicine. Here, the lady or her attendants wielded their knowledge like a secret weapon, tending to the ailments of family members and servants alike. These women were the nearest thing to physicians in a society steeped in superstition and uncertainty. But tranquility was a fleeting luxury. When danger loomed on the horizon, these castles transformed into fortresses, their walls rising to repel the encroaching storm. Drawbridges creaked shut, gates slammed closed, and archers took their posts, prepared to defend against enemy forces while noblewomen steered their defenses with resolute courage. In the face of impending siege, the lady of the castle transformed from caretaker to commander. She organized defenses, rationed provisions, and bolstered morale within the castle walls. The weight of leadership fell heavily upon her, demanding a blend of strategy and valor. Difficult decisions hovered on the horizon: to negotiate, resist, or surrender. Each moment encapsulated the essence of life within the castle, moments where strength and resolve rose to meet the tide of adversity. Yet within the chaos of castle life, there were moments of beauty. Music drifted through the great halls during lavish feasts, the melodies played by traveling troubadours enriching the air with romantic tales. Noblewomen orchestrated these gatherings, extending hospitality that was as much a matter of kindness as it was a strategic diplomatic maneuver, securing alliances and fostering relationships. And still, the weight of societal expectations pressed down upon them, demanding dignity, modesty, and unwavering loyalty to their family's honor. Their public reputations loomed over their every action, subtly constraining personal freedoms while simultaneously fueling their desire to shape their world. Behind every thriving medieval castle, there lies a complex network of women whose contributions went largely unrecognized. Without their steadfast presence and indomitable spirit, the towering stone fortresses of medieval Europe would have struggled to endure the trials of war and peace alike. As we delve deeper into history, we will unveil the pivotal moments when these women stepped from the shadows, emerging not just as managers, but as powerful leaders in their own right. Life within the confines of a medieval castle often seemed tranquil from without. Stone walls shielding a world of routine, filled with shared meals in the grand hall, servants bustling through narrow passages, and noble families carrying out their daily responsibilities. Yet, beneath the veneer of calm lay an undercurrent of drama and intensity. For when the storm of crisis arrived, it was then that the women of these castles defied expectations, transforming from household overseers into formidable leaders at the helm of defense. In a land torn by conflict, the men of noble families often rode off to join military campaigns, leaving the castles in the hands of their resilient wives. These women, often thrust into roles of command, assumed the mantle of leadership with unwavering resolve, organizing supplies, securing defenses, and protecting the innocent within their walls. Historical records reveal the astonishing capability with which many noblewomen managed territories during times of strife, collecting taxes and maintaining order, their leadership reshaping the very landscape of medieval politics. Among the most legendary figures of this turbulent era was Empress Matilda, a beacon of resilience during the civil war known as the Anarchy. Although she never wore the crown, Matilda's journey across the realm rallied supporters and commanded loyalty, challenging the notion that governance was solely a man's domain. Meanwhile, Nicolas de la Haye, a remarkable castle defender, stood resolute against siege during the First Baron's War, her fierce spirit and strategic mind commanding the respect of knights and guards alike. The influence of women in medieval politics was profound, often flourishing through negotiation rather than brute force. Marriages served as powerful tools for uniting families and consolidating power. When Eleanor of Aquitaine arrived at a new castle, she embodied this truth, bridging gaps between dynasties and wielding her extensive lands in France and England with grace. While Richard the Lionheart ventured off on crusades, Eleanor held the reins of the kingdom, her skilled diplomacy maintaining stability amidst uncertainty. As we draw back the curtain on these remarkable women, we invite you to reflect on the intricacies of their lives and the essential roles they played within the castle walls. The next time you envision the grandeur of a medieval castle, remember the silent strength of the women who shaped its legacy, transforming it into a vibrant community filled with resilience, strategy, and untold stories. Join us as we continue this exploration, savoring the tales that history has yet to fully reveal.